Hello everyone, how are you? Are you all okay? I'm Edipo Kleber, and in this video, I'm going to show you the 5 best color combinations for you to paint the facade of your house. Well guys, I picked out some color combinations from various palettes for you here. Okay, it's not just from one palette, no, it's so we can have a variety of colors here and give you some options, alright? These are facades from my own projects, okay? They were clients who asked me to do this project, this update to the paint on the facade of their houses. And these combinations are nothing more than some colors that we use, right? To complement each other and make a beautiful and perfect combination. And it can serve as an example for you, which I'm going to show you right now. Let's go, guys. Take a look at this facade here. This is the before of the facade. This townhouse has this yellowish paint, really faded, with an old white gate, right? And now look at how it turned out. After we updated the project, what I did here, what I proposed to my client regarding colors, first let's use them. He told me at the time, right, when we did this project, he said, look, I like shades of gray, but I don't want to make the facade of my house too dark. So what did I do? I said, well, the gate usually, right, especially since it's made of steel, right? Iron, there is a material that gets dirty a lot throughout the day. So I used a darker color on the gate, which is silver. Okay, it's in the gray palette, all right? For the rest of the facade, we used retro photo gray, which is a lighter shade of gray compared to silver, okay? All right then, so what did we do here? I took off that big yellow color that was on the front of his house, used a darker shade of gray on the gate, and the rest is retro photo gray. He told me the following, look, I don't want to make my facade too dark, okay? I like gray, especially the lighter and medium shades. I don't want it too dark, just something in between. I said, look, here it is. My suggestion for the color combination could also have, like in the project, a white ceiling. Right there on the top part, right? The first floor extends forward, that little roof. There, it can be white, those sides of the gate too. There, it can also be white up there on the roof. You can even paint it with Beige silver, right? To give it a little highlight so it doesn't all look retro in the photo, you can use Beige silver on the gate and some other details too with Beige silver, which looks really cool. It looks really nice. This is my first combination in shades of gray. For you who like these colors, you can use it as an example. This project of mine, this update of my client's facade, these colors here can also work for you. Our second combination. Look, this is really cool. It's out of this world, guys. And I'll even tell you that here we have 2 options. One in shades of gray and another in shades of beige. But this shade of gray, look, let's first talk about this facade, right? It's beginning here. Notice that it's an old facade, it's dirty, it's unfinished, there are 2 gates, there's a glass window over there, it's nice and all. It's a big townhouse, right? And it even has a nice look. Is it just missing the paint then? My first suggestion was a more concrete tone, contemporary, more free, right? A cleaner, more minimalist facade in a concrete tone, a concrete gray, like the photo you're seeing there. However, I don't want to put too much emphasis on this shade of gray in the concrete. Because what did the client ask me for in this project? He prefers beige tones, okay? I say this like you can combine a shade of beige with a shade of black. I say this, yes, you definitely can. And now comes my suggestion for colors here on my client's facade with the beige tones. All right, let's go. First, what I did was I put both gates there in black. That's so we can have a nice highlight too, according to the predominant color. Like I always tell you guys here on the channel, when I bring videos talking about colors for the exterior of your house, it's about the predominant color. It can't be too light or too dark. It has to be somewhere in the middle, like papel sedoso, which is a light beige brown tone. Notice that papel sedoso is the predominant color. And then in the division between the ground floor and the upper part, where those unfinished bricks were, We added some vegetation, which gave it a nice highlight. And in the division between the ground floor and the upper floor, we didn't add anything. It's a texture burnt cement in the color Old Road. Okay, all these colors here, they complement each other, they match. Okay, there's nothing here that makes you say, man, this doesn't look good, this is really weird, this is too different. These are colors that complement each other, combinations that work, painting the facade of your house, right? And that was my final proposal. We had done it, he liked it, enjoyed it, but he said he wanted beige tones. So here's a second option for color combinations. For you who have a townhouse at home, if you have a similar facade, this serves as an example for you who also like beige tones. So you must be wondering, hey Ed, do you only do townhouse projects, right, with ground and upper floors? No, I don't. Look at this example right here. Now, this is a very simple house. This client here, he's from the Northeast. He sent me the photo and he said this. Ed, I have this facade here. Can you give me any suggestions? Can you update the facade of my house? But I don't really have the means to renovate everything, like, I don't know, change, remove the window, remove the door. I said, calm down, don't worry. Look at how the facade of his house looks now. What did I do in the transformation of his house's facade? I used a shade of brown from medium to dark, which is the color chestnut, that's on that steel door and also on the smaller gate, the social one, and on the railing. And the predominant color of the facade is fresh cream, which is a very light, soft beige, really calm for you to use on your facade and in the photo. When the facade was older, the base of the wall was always marked and stained by rain. Due to the missing roof gutter, I recommended adding a small gutter to prevent this issue and suggested including some vegetation. Let's give a little life, a touch of green to your facade and look how it turned out, okay? The roof is the same, we just washed it, really cleaned it with a machine to clean the roof, and then painted it with some kind of resin, right? To protect the roof as well. And just two colors, correct? Brown, which is a nice medium shade of brown, and fresh cream, which is a very light color. It doesn't even look like the same facade. I even posted this transformation here, right, that we did on our client's house facade, right here on YouTube, here in the community. Many people laughed saying, hey, you even changed the asphalt. I say, isn't it more interesting to present the project to the client this way? Not that dirt that used to be in the current facade, right? Now, after the project, it turned out like this. Here's another great beige option with medium to dark brown, ideal for painting your house's facade, especially if it's simpler. Hey guys, hold on. Let me give you an important message here. I'm showing you color combinations for the facade, for the exterior area of your house. These are examples of projects that I did myself for my clients, the examples I'm going to show you here. Now, if you want to have, let's say, a technical consultation, colors, suggestions, even more color options, 10 color combinations for you to paint the facade of your house, for you to paint the exterior area of your house. I have a complete ebook with 10 trending color combinations, colors that I studied, that I matched, that I tested to provide for you, all right? It's a complete ebook, really complete, I'm sure. There are 3 color combinations besides black and white. In this ebook of mine, it's all complete. The link is down here in the description. It's the first link here in the description. For you, my ebook with 10 color combinations. All right, here we're looking at colors, even 2 colors matching in these, which I'm going to show you here in this video. Now, if you want something more complete, something more complex, more options, click here on this ebook of mine that's in the description and get it, because I'm sure it's going to help you a lot in choosing colors. For you to paint the facade of your house, this facade here, guys, is spectacular. Take a look. It's a single-story house too, okay? There's a floor on the sidewalk, all white, with tile cladding on that wall and white gates. Check out the transformation I did on this facade. You're going to love it. We kept the white, okay, up there on the social gate in vertical details where there used to be that tile with an old-fashioned decoration. We renovated it, right? I suggested to him, I said, look, let's remove this covering here that's not matching your facade. Let's put in a new covering, but this time imitating wood. And what's the highlight of this facade here? To bring some life to it, the green that we call ocean green, this nice beautiful shade of green with black details on the green part, okay? So we're basically working with 4 colors here. I'll be honest with you, I don't like working with too many colors on the facade. However, here, if you notice, there are 2 colors that are neutral. White, as I've told you many times here on the channel, white is a neutral color, especially for use on the ceiling, okay? Black is also a neutral color, as long as you use it the way it's used here. Look in the details, right? Only trim and detail the facade, not paint the whole wall, or it will attract too much attention. So what did I bring? I said, hey, I'm gonna make a modern, clean facade, but with a highlight. This gorgeous green that I really like, this ocean deep color. Here, the natural oak, which is the name of this wood-like covering, this porcelain tile that imitates wood, the black and predominant white create a cool transformation. There's also the matter of the floor there on his house's sidewalk, which used to be more beige. Now it's in a gray tone. I suggested that to him too, since you might say, come on, Ed. Still, it'll be a good investment. He'll need to change the wall and floor covering. There's a detail. The reason I did this here is because this client from this house told me the following about his outdoor floor. It's that shiny one, the kind that gets slippery when it rains. And back when I did the installation here, when the guys did it, I didn't realize that. I said, so let's remove this floor and put in a floor that gives you some abrasion, that gives you some grip. When the floor is wet, something satin finished, non-slip, something like that. Especially for the outside area of your house, it needs to be an outdoor floor, an outdoor porcelain tile that provides safety for people to walk on. That's why we changed the sidewalk flooring there, and it turned out great, right guys? The facade turned out really modern, really contemporary, and with beautiful up-to-date colors. And now our last suggestion, I've already shown you here, look, 1, 2, 3, 4 color suggestions, and now I want to show you the 5th right now. Take a look at this small building. It has 3 floors. Notice the unfinished facade, painted white only halfway up and missing finishing touches. At the time the client built it, he didn't pay much attention to the painting. So I said, look, let's do a nice paint job. In fact, this building you're seeing here is a project I did from the foundation all the way to now, the final stage. It's my own design, my project. I did the structural design, I did the interior design, and I did the aesthetics project. It's a corner, kind of curved, where he wanted commercial spaces on the ground floor and in the middle and on top, small apartments for him to rent out. So from the very beginning, from the earth moving of that building right there, I was the one who did the original project from the start until now, and that's how it turned out. Here, as you can see, there are some shades of gray with black on the facade of my client's building here. So what do I want to highlight for you? I have on the ground floor, the black from the gates, the steel doors. On the facade, in the division between the ground floor and the middle there, right? The first floor. We have the little fascia there with the color black aventurine hazelnut. Pay attention to the black on the steel doors, the little black aventurine fascia, and the rest. We have silver feather, okay, which is also a really nice shade of gray, and it doesn't stand out. It's not that very dark color compared to aventurine. It's a very calm color from medium to light. Here in the 3D, it's not showing, maybe because of the shadow, but these ceilings here of these fascias that stick out, they're white, okay? So we have the white of the ceilings, we have the silver feather, which is the predominant color, and we have the black aventurine for that first fascia down there, okay? Regarding the ground floor, with the steel doors in black, it's a facade that also turned out very beautiful. He wanted shades of gray. We made the update, and it's a project that turned out just amazing, this little building here. Let's put it this way, 2 stories from our client. So notice 5 color combinations for you to use on your house's facade. You always ask me here on the channel, when I bring videos, I always bring content for you. Speaking of colors, look, this color is really popular right now, and look at this other color here. It's really beautiful. It's going to be a trend for next year. I always tell you this, I always bring you content about this kind of topic here, and you always ask me, right? You say things like this. What other colors match? What's the second and third color? Can I use black, white, or beige? Here are 5 perfect combinations for you to paint the facade of your house. Pick one combination here and I'll tell you even more. There are only 5 combinations. Now, do you want to get 10 beautiful color combinations, super trendy, that match, that go well together for you to paint the exterior of your house, for you to paint the facade of your house? I created an ebook with 10 color combinations I chose based on this video. This is just a simple example. The ebook is more complete. The link is here in the description. It's the first link in the description for you. A complete ebook made by me with a lot of study, with a lot of care, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. And it will help you a lot in choosing the colors for you to paint the facade of your house. If you already like these colors, these combinations that I showed you here, you're simply going to love this ebook of mine that I have here, okay? The link is down here, click it, get it, and come paint the facade of your house with beautiful modern colors. I'm sure you're going to love it, okay? If you've made it this far with me in this video and you're not subscribed yet, subscribe to the channel, like this video, okay? Leave your like as well and leave your comment. Out of these 5 that you saw here with me, which one would you use on the facade of your house, all right? A hug, see you in the next video.